Guys, what's up? I just watched Paige Bueckers get drafted to the Dallas Wings. Now, I probably would not. Oh, let me turn that down. Yeah, I would have. Yes, I would have. Yes, I would have. And I want to say congratulations to Paige. She's the only one drafted, so we don't know who's drafted next. But I wanted to jump right on and say congratulations. And because of what happened last year with Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, and all of them are in the audience today at the WNBA draft, you know, there was a hype to it. I'm interested because of course, Dallas Sky is getting the first pick. And that brings me on something else I want to talk about. But so now that I knew Paige was coming to Dallas, I remember last year when Caitlin Clark was the talk. And I was thinking, boy, Caitlin Clark can come to Dallas. That'd be incredible. But, you know, that didn't work out. She's going to be the first pick. But Dallas got the first pick. And this here is going to be something special. Now, I know we lost Luka, but we're getting the Paige. But this girl here, she looks like a Texas girl. This girl will be a big hit in Dallas. She will be a big hit because you can tell she has a great heart. She has a great heart. Now, I'll tell you how I watch things, you know. So I want to give her all the love. And how many times have I said I measure people in distance travel? Don't tell me about where you started. Don't tell me about where you are. Tell me about where you started. Let me see where you are. And I shall measure you accordingly. Now with Paige, I look at, and it's what the WNBA did. They kind of showed everybody her journey for those that don't know her personally, because they're introducing her to the WNBA audience. That's their job. So they tell a story, and I love telling that. I love watching the story. You know, it talks about all the injuries and everything and all she went through and the pain and getting back, and I can relate to that. I know what it took to get back from a knee surgery, and I thought I wasn't going to be able to play again and fighting through all of that. So I know the depth of the places you go when you have injuries, and in your mind you're thinking you're not going to ever play the game you love again, and you're watching people that you played with have success, and you wish, oh, if I was out there, I could be having that success. And then you're wondering and doubting if you ever get a chance. And then your last year, you get on that on the biggest stage, and you won a national championship. You know you're the top player in college basketball. You're healthy, and you just won a national championship. And now you are being drafted #1 in the WNBA draft, realizing that dream that she's had since she was just a kid, because I love that part. They showed a little note that she wrote at the age of 5. That's what made me love her. You know what I mean? It made me love her. And that's what I'm telling y'all. Texas, gobble, they're going to love this girl. They're going to love this girl. This girl, that little note, this is a beautiful blonde hair young lady, got a note saying she was going to win a national championship and she wanted to play professional basketball. And then, and in her biggest moment of all, after, like I told you, going through that injury and believing, like I believe, I'll never play again. Oh my God, I'll never play again. And then pour all, I'm just so tired of being hurt. And I gotta beat this. I gotta not be injured. You pour all of that fear, that pain, that energy, that revenge into that rehab, into that work. And then here you get this. You get this. You win a national championship and you're about to be the first player taken. And when they interviewed her, let me tell you, it's not just her pulchritude, not just her physical appearance. And she does look Texas. And she got the it factor. She got the it factor. Boy, they gonna eat. Boy, they gonna love it. They gonna love it in Texas. They gonna love it in Dallas. When you lose Luka and now you get her in, I'm telling y'all what, she's gonna be on everything in Dallas, on everything. And I know Dallas got one of the top players there already, but this old blonde hair thing, and yeah, in Dallas, it's going to be big. I guarantee you. And not just that. Let me tell you what may make you love her more and everything. Yes, she does have a Texas look with the blonde hair. All of that is true. And all that's true. But what makes her the best thing at all is, think about all of those things she was receiving individually. And she talked about them all individually and how much they meant individually. The one thing that made her cry and get emotional was when they talked about her teammates. So she we said top cat, but she's worried about all of her other cats, all of her other peeps. And then even try to get one or two of them drafted right there. That is what Dallas gonna eat up. I'm telling you, right there. Y'all don't try to make this some small, because the eye gate, yeah, will play a role, but the heart gate will dominate. You understand? Yeah, she'll get some opportunities because that eye gate, because she looks perfect for Texas. But that heart gate, she gonna lasso the whole country from Texas. And we got her in Dallas. That I tell y'all, we're blessed to have her in Dallas. I can't wait. I will get back to watching the rest of this draft. But okay, and let me speak on that too, since I'm watching. First, I wanted to get Paige out the way and give her all the love that she so deserved, and she so deserves that love that we're giving her. You know, and they'll do this, just like in the national championship game, they had 19 million, and last year they had 19 million. This year they had 10 million in Paige game, 19 million with Caitlin Clark game. So, you know, they'll compare how many people watching the draft. This minute, to try to do in their own little way a little Paige, Caitlin Clark thing. You see what I mean? But Caitlin, God bless her in there, that's one thing. Paige, landing in Dallas, and like I said, with her look, Caitlin in Dallas would have been great. Caitlin with Paige look in Dallas would have been the top. But Paige in Dallas gonna be great. I hope that don't get me in trouble, because I'm talking more about Caitlin's heart. I mean Paige's heart. That's what's gonna win in Dallas. I don't want nobody to get mad at me. I'm just saying everything and analyzing it all. But I can't wait to see this, because boy, yeah. And this may, boy, yeah. It's going to be good. But let me tell you what I think when I'm watching this. The one thing they should have done, this is cool. They're putting it on kind of like the NFL draft and everything. You know, you got people, Ryan, Rebecca, and Aditi on the set. I don't know how to pronounce her name. Carter. On the set. And then they got, you know, people going up on stage like Kamish does. But I thought they missed something here. You know, the NFL is the NFL. And when they put on a draft, it's a party. It's a party the whole week. I wanted the WNBA to right now, first of all, because when they drafted Paige, they went back to Dallas and showed, you know, a gym or something that everybody was at in Dallas. Everybody went crazy. That's the number one thing you should do. If I'm the WNBA, just allow me to give you some suggestions. I understand what you did tonight and everything in the WNBA draft. It was okay. But it was okay. But you gotta make it a show. This was one of the only nights the stage was yours right here. You got ESPN, you're on TV, you're trying to grow your brand. This should have been a hell of a show. We should have started it with a concert. First of all, you should move it to whatever city is picking first. You are still growing your franchises. And you're still growing connectivity and love for those franchises. I know it's been 28 years and all that, but you're expanding this year too. So let's do something. Let's do something in those expanding teams. Think about it. I'll be thinking about those teams with this scenario. You should have had that thing in Dallas. You're in New York. You should have done it in Dallas. Do it wherever the first team that has the first pick. Do it wherever that is. Do it wherever that team that has the first pick. Because now you got the city, local media already involved. Already involved. You should do it right there. You'll pull the people from New York and all that because that's their jobs. They'll get there. They'll get there. But what you want is to build it with the people, not just the media. New York is good if you're trying to build it with just the media. But you're not. You need to build this with the people. You need to have, I'll put in a girl group. We're opening with a small concert. It's a small concert in here. You understand? And then a draft is going to break out. I'm telling you, man, do you know how many people you will have there if, get some big time girl singer coming in to start that draft off 30, 40 minutes with a little concert, and then bing, bing, you're opening the WNBA draft right here, right now, live. It becomes a spectacle. And it leaves basketball people, it leaves women, it goes to men, women, child, everybody, because it's a spectacle. And more importantly than all of it, everybody get what they call Instagrammable moments. Do all of this to start it and then bring the focus back to the players and make the player more of a star because they're being pointed out in the midst of a big show, which is a star. I'm telling you, you missed the boat on this. WNBA people, they should call me and let me help them with this. You cannot lose this opportunity. This is your moment. You should have thrown so much more into this presentation because all the eyes that you have gotten last year, plus the opportunity this year, come on, man. You can't be slipping like this. Let's tighten down. This is today's generation. It's about entertainment. It's about Instagrammable moments. Not just everybody just sitting there saying, okay, first pick is. No. Give them the moments. Have people on set. Have make it fun. That's how you get more people. Hooked. In their heart. Hooked. So you can get in their pockets. You understand what I'm saying? I'm going to have to write this in a suggestion box and send it to the WNBA to help them with this. Get it right. But I'm okay this time. Because I'm thinking now, if you'd have had that in Dallas and people know that you're about to draft Paige, oh my God, to Dallas? Do you know how many young girls you would have had come out there? Right there, because they know that she's coming to. You see what I'm saying? You guys can't blow that. You're trying to build a league. Man, I'm just telling you.